Forget the average Joe. These men redefine what it means to stand tall. Like seriously, these guys don't just reach the top shelves. They might as well have their own cloud for a coffee break. But first, let's meet the tallest man in Africa, Bradley Maringo. Bradley, also nicknamed as a tall merchant, gained popularity in Kenya just a few months ago. He stands tall on the list with an impressive height of 8 feet and 2 inches, which is basically 248 centimeters high. So he claims that it's been a very hard journey because people stare at him as if he's from out of space or something. Bradley hasn't been able to wear shoes for the longest time because none of them could fit. Look at those shoes. I mean, no offense, but he looks like a Looney Tunes character. But at least after the public attention he got, Samuel Wishers came along and made him custom shoes. And while some might think that being tall is a blessing, it's not always as you might think. And small things like fitting inside your normal size saloon car is a challenge. I mean, it's like these guys live a different planet from the rest of us. His brother is also a force to be reckoned with. Charles Oguli, popularly known as Charles Taller, is considered as a hero from his village. From saving cats that are stuck on top of trees to changing bulbs while seated, this man from Ghana is a force to be reckoned with.
One. you must be the best one.
The favorite.
Right? Growing up.
Standing tall at 244 centimeters, which is 8 feet, is the perfect definition of aim higher, because to him, the sky is the limit. Everyday tasks most of us find easy, like fitting in a car, going out in public, or even just walking, can be extremely uncomfortable for most of these guys. For the most part, being this tall may not be so healthy and advisable. I hope the ladies have found their lost tall, dark and handsome man.
When did you stop school?
Class 5.
He had to drop out of school because he could not get any footwear to fit the size of his feet. He has his struggles too, because most of his things have to be custom made in order to fit his needs. And the other reason for him to drop out of school is because the teachers were kind of intimidated by him because of his size. Because when it comes to caning a student, you can't cane this man because it's like caning your big brother or elder, while at the same time you are the teacher, you know?
So we're gonna measure your hands.
All right, first let's measure your hand against mine, Hassan.
50 years old Hussein Mohammed is from Somali. He has a height of 232 centimeters, which is 7 feet and 7 inches long. This gift of height gave him a record of having the longest hands in the world.
Okay, Hassan, hold it up one more time.
Okay, ready?
We'll get this done here.
Start from there.
Start from there, from the wrist. You hold that, Hassan. Right to the middle, right to the middle finger. Okay, got that? 11 and a half.
This guy will probably demolish everyone in a slap fight. Unfortunately for him, due to health complications, he now lives in a healthcare home. He had normal height, but was struck with a disease which caused his height to stretch, so he was constantly growing. Our next man is from Mozambique and has a height of 8 feet. By the time he was 10 years old, he had already become the man of the house. He worked at a circus merchandise, but unfortunately, he passed away with around 45 years of age. He died after a fall from the stairs. That's ironic, yeah? Being so tall, I guess it's not always a blessing, because sometimes even the easiest things, like stairs, can be your worst enemy. Well, the shocking thing to hear is that he died without even touching a penny of what he had worked for, which is quite unfair, since he was the tallest at that time. After Gabriel passed away, Suleiman was named the tallest, He was from Libya and had an incredible height of 245 centimeters, which is 8 feet. The cause of his death was heart attack. As much as being tall is a plus, it's also a challenge for these guys because everything around them has to be adjusted in order to fit their lifestyle. You can imagine being so tall that you have to bow for a normal shower. I mean, it's hilarious. Next is Brahim takula from Morocco, with a height of 246 centimeters, which is 8 feet and 1 inch tall. They should hire him in the next season of Game of Thrones as a White Walker, or have him guard the wall against another invasion, because this guy is so gigantic. I think that some of us look like dwarfs compared to him.
What benefits, what goods are there in being as tall as you are?
To events, I'm working with I'm a tall, I'm actors, I make movies in France, I'm traveling everywhere, I meet the people, I meet the stars, I feel good.
He works as a movie actor, so at least he's using his talent. His feet adds up to 40 centimeters. I hope these guys live long lives like their heights. He's the prime example of those people who kidnap kids in stories. Also named the Big Niger, appears in the list with a height of 241 centimeters, which is 7 feet 11 inches tall. He's a basketball player who apparently is the tallest basketball player to ever play with a height like that. He doesn't only hold an incredible height, you can also see what his body looks like. It's surprising that he's not a skinny tall person, but a true giant physically. The problem for these tall people is that they have difficulties when balancing their height to weight ratio, because they are constantly fighting COG, which is the center of gravity. So they automatically need strong and big feet, or else they'll always be falling down every time they are up. And the massive size of these guys comes from a rare disorder that causes their bodies to produce excessive growth hormones. Unlike the normal person who stops growing after 17 years old, these guys don't stop growing until they are past 30 years. Imagine being 6 feet tall while you're still growing. And like, what is there to grow? I wonder. As much as being tall is considered perfect, it's also a flaw which outweighs the pros of being tall. So if you aren't tall, please appreciate your height, because out here, things are tough for these giants. That's it for this video. If you'd like to see more amazing content from Africa, click on the next video and also consider subscribing. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.